What's up guys, this is Ronnie. Welcome back to tutorial 96, and in this tutorial we'll see how to create multiple nodes using epoch procedure. In the last tutorial, in the tutorial number 95, we have seen how to create single node using epoch procedure, and actually we did the same thing using Python. Means in the Python you just use the epoch procedure to achieve the same thing, and today's topic will be going to do the same thing, but we'll be going to create multiple nodes. So just remember this thing, there is a difference, single node and multiple nodes. So in this tutorial we'll be going to create multiple nodes using single line epoch procedure, and after that we'll be going to do the same thing using Python. Okay, so create node in your Neo4j graph using epoch procedure. So it will be like multiple nodes in your Neo4j graph. So that is the difference. That is why I just write this thing in front of you, so make you guys understand what is the difference. So after that, no more thing to require, because there is not much theory required. We already know how to create single node using epoch procedure. We'll be going to apply the same epoch procedure, but there will be only one difference. I'll explain the difference and you will be able to understand that. So without wasting much time, let me open my Neo4j browser. So let's write matchn, and after that return in, right? Sorry, I did something wrong, so it will be match. I wrote match, so nothing is there. So first of all, we'll try to create multiple nodes using epoch procedure. It should be create epoch, call epoch create, and it should be nodes. Okay, means in the last tutorial we used node for single node creation, and we'll be going to use nodes for multiple creation. So it will be same thing. Label will be denoted as this, and the key value pair or the properties also going to be placed inside a list. So list means every element is kind of a like this. It will be as a single. Last time it was only single map, and right now we'll be going to send multiple maps, and in each and every maps will be present inside a list. Okay, so let's say it should be student, right? And here it will be like name equals to Ronnie, and after that let's write something, name equals to John. Okay, and then again like this, name equals to Bob. Okay, so 3 will be created now. Something is problem, student not defined. Okay, so I forgot to put it inside a double quotes. That is why, because this is a string, not a variable. Okay, fine. So remember all these things. If you see Bob, John, Ronnie, so everything got created, and this is our query. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just try to take a screenshot of this thing. Okay, done. So let me put this thing here, insert picture from file. As I told you, this tutorial will be going to be very small tutorial, but will be very effective one when you are going to work actually in actual use cases. Okay, so let me a bit minimize this thing. Fine, that's it. Okay, so next tutorial I'll be going to put the output over here. So let me put the output, just take a copy. Okay, I don't know what is the error, but let me just this thing, just hold on, give me a moment. I don't know. Okay, okay, that's it. Okay, next thing we'll be going to do the same thing from Python. So before we do it from the Python, so right now, as I told you, we have only, just remember, we have 3, Bob, Ronnie, John. So in Python we'll be going to create some more like nodes using the same epoch procedure. So let me just open a new Jupyter notebook. Let me rename it to tutorial 96. Then we'll be write create multiple nodes using epoch procedure, and here create multiple nodes using epoch procedure and Python. That's it. Then we'll be going to rename this thing neo4j underscore tutorial underscore 96. Okay, it's done. So let's write from first thing first. We'll be going to import the module. So from neo4j import graph database. So first thing first will be graph database, then we'll be going to write driver equals to graph database dot driver. We'll be going to write the URI equals to this and auth equals to this. So it should be username and password, and there should be one more bracket like this. So we'll put the username first, and here the password. But don't use the password in this way, because this is kind of a hard-coded password. It is not advisable to use in the real world scenario or actual project. Try to create some config file or environment variable and try to read from there, and always try to rotate the password just implement a password rotation policy, so your password should be changed after given time frame. Okay, bold like this, and after that, okay, then driver dot session like this. Okay, done. Now we'll be going to write q1. Sorry, it should be I did a mistake. It should be session equals to driver dot session. Okay, what happened? Okay, so fine. Again some problem, I don't know. I have extra braces over here. It's done. Then sometime it happens. Okay, and we'll now go and write down the query here. So query is already here. So what I'll do, I'll just go and copy paste this thing. Okay, so we'll change something. So it should be Roseanne, then Maria, then Smith. Okay, so if I run this thing, it is going to create 3 more nodes with Rosa and Mary and Smith. So let's write down this thing. So it should be session dot run, and it should be q1. Okay, so let's run this thing from here. Where is that? Okay, here. So match n return in. So if I run this thing, it is going to display 6 nodes total. So if you see, just now it creates Smith, Maria and Rosen, and Bob, John and Ronnie was created earlier. Okay, so what I'll do now, we'll try to create some dynamic like properties. So before we do that, let me just remove everything. Match n remove n. Okay, all deleted. Sorry, I use some different query, match and delete, and it's not going to be removed. Sorry for that. Okay, so next thing, let me just write create multiple nodes with dynamic values. Okay, so we'll be going to use dynamic values. Okay, so what I'll do, let me just copy paste this thing over here. Okay, and here we'll be going to write some label. Okay, so we'll be going to use, let's say, dollar name. Okay, we'll be going to use dollar name, and here also we'll be going to use dollar name. Okay, I'm just thinking, if I do like this, if it actually, okay, so just hold on. Name 1, name 2, name 3. We'll see this thing later, how we can change this thing. Okay, so like this, and after that let's create something. Just hold on. It should be, so basically this is a list with a dictionary, so you can actually replace this thing. You can replace this thing using kind of dollar map. Okay, and inside that you can create something like that is you can create some variable. Okay, in that variable you can put something. So let's say I'll create something called dic, and that is going to be this, and after that let me just append this thing. Dic.append equals to it should be name equals to Ronnie. Okay, so let me just give me a moment. So this is dic.append equals to, should be like this. Okay, and after that you can again write dic.append is going to be same thing, but we can create maybe John, and after that, so I'm just doing this thing like kind of to make you guys understand how you can create your data, but in actual case it should be difficult. So it should be maybe Roman. Okay, that's it. So let's write down dic now. So let's see. So what is the problem? The name is not defined. Okay, so there is a problem. I don't know why this is showing problem. Okay, like this. Okay, just hold on. APP END. So again there is a problem. Okay, so if you see here, I got this thing done. So now I would like to like create this data. So I got this thing. Now what I have to do, I have to create a variable for x, and just because I create this map over here, so let me write first of all label. Label means this dollar label, okay, is equals to this dollar label. This is going to be student. Okay, and I have to now write down this thing as well. So for me also this map is going to be this dic. Okay, so map is going to be this dic. So in the list the every element will be like this. Okay, so dic. Okay, so let me just write down this thing, and now we'll see here that we have nothing within my graph. So match and return, and we have no node over here, and after that we'll write session dot run. We'll be going to q1 and we'll be going to x, right? X. Let's see. So it is saying I got some error. I don't know what is the error. Name 1, name 2, name 3. Okay, name 1, name 2, name 3. I don't know what is the error. Okay, the thing is that after I changed this thing, I didn't run this thing, so that is why it is still taking the old variable name 1, name 2, name 3. So what I actually put this thing to make you guys understand. So I have to execute this thing, and again after that I have to execute this thing, and after that I have to execute this thing, and last I have to execute this thing. So it is saying expected parameters map. Okay, so what it is saying, new client message accepted parameter map. What is the problem? I didn't understand. Okay, see, again I did a mistake. So guys, sorry for that. Today is actually a long day. I am doing so many mistakes. So I put map over here, but here I actually put maps. So that is why the mistake. So I have to run this thing again, and after that I have to run this thing. So now again there is a new error, type mismatch, expected list map, list node or list relationship, but was list of t. Okay, so there is a problem here. So I don't know. I don't know why this is showing error. Okay, so it was actually it is in itself a list, so it was expecting what do you say, a list actually, but okay, so there is a problem actually, so that is why the problem. Okay, so just hold on. So the thing is that this is itself a list, so it was actually become list of list. So that is why I don't have to put this thing inside a list. So what I have to do, I have to just create like this, and after that I have to run this thing. I will get this thing here, then I have to do this thing. Okay, and once this is done I have to run this thing. See, everything is fine now, so it should be created. So what I'll do, I'll just go ahead and run this thing. So I'll explain this thing. So 3 got created. So I'll explain this thing, what was happened. See, initially I was putting this thing inside a list, and this dict is actually a list, so that is why it is getting like error, list of list is getting like passed, but it is actually looking for list of maps. Okay, so it is not looking for list of list. Okay, so that is why I have to remove this square braces to make it just normal variable, and the variable is actually going to hold this list. So this is kind of tricky, guys, so guys have to understand how I'm actually doing, but again, if you do proper practice, you'll be able to understand. So this is how we can create multiple like nodes using what do you say, epoch procedure. But again, here actually I use this static values, kind of like static things, like I'm hard coding this thing. But suppose you want this thing to be loaded from CSV or JSON file, how to do that we'll see in the next tutorial. Okay, so just hold on, let me just create. Okay, so what I'll do, I will just take a screenshot of this thing, maybe let me just hold. Yes, I think it will be good if I put everything within this. Okay, that's it. So it will be inside a single. Okay, so let me insert. Okay, okay, so let's write down this thing. Okay, that's it. So let me just put from here. that's it guys. Please let me know, have some sort of feedback or comments, how you guys are finding this tutorial topic, whether you guys are getting benefited or not, or if you guys if you guys actually looking for some more use cases and already started working on Neo4j and having some difficulties to implement any of the feature or any of the use case, and which you want me to cover up in this tutorial or in this playlist. Please send me those details. I'll try to create tutorial. Okay, so that's it guys. We'll see you in the next video, and in that tutorial we'll be going to do the same thing, but from a for more dynamic and in actual use case driven way. So we'll be going to read from a CSV file, and after that we'll be going to use epoch procedure to create multiple nodes. Okay, so we'll see that in the next tutorial. So that's it guys, that's all for today. Hope to see you in the next video very soon. Till then, take care, goodbye, and have a nice day.